What's going on, Abundant Health family? Hope you guys are all having a great and wonderful day. And I just wanted to get on to just to share with you a little bit, just a little bit something that's been kind of on my heart, and a little bit of a story, I guess. Every story has a beginning, and our story here, Abundant Health's story, my story is no different. And so just kind of want to take a minute to share that with everybody. And so, how this all kind of came to be, what motivated me to become a chiropractor, to become, to be a part of this amazing profession and to help people really, find a better way to achieving their health goals. And so this goes back, 10 plus years. I was not born into a chiropractic family, not a single doctor in my family, not many actually college grads in my family. My family is from Turkey. That's the name, Sinan Göçmen, Sinan. It's kind of by what I go with. So one of the first in my family to go to school, to go to college, and even go and get a doctorate. So, but that wasn't always the beginning. It wasn't in my plan out of high school to become a chiropractor. I was actually into business and did that for a while, and really wasn't getting much fulfillment out of that. And so this is probably 5-10 years or so after graduating. I was always into health and fitness though, CrossFit, loved doing that. That was my thing. It was really always into working out and lifting weights and whatnot, and being in shape. And so just kind of going about my days and just living life, doing that kind of thing. And it wasn't until I was about 28, 29 years old, had gotten really sick, right? This is around that whole swine flu scare that was going around. So my employer at the time was offering up, hey, let's get the free flu shots. So didn't know anything at the time, and figured that's probably the best thing to do to take care of myself and stay healthy. So went ahead and got that shot at the time, and not maybe even a couple days later, right? What do you guys think happened? Yep, yeah, I got really sick. Honestly, the sickest I'd ever been in my life up until that time. And I was missing school, was missing hanging out with friends, was missing work. Actually, not missing school. I was out of school at that point. Check that. But yeah, missing work. I was the sickest I've been. I was ridden to my bed basically. And so a friend of mine who is a chiropractor, he had reached out and said, hey, what's going on? Why you been missing the gym? Have you been receiving my texts at all? You've been returning my calls? Like, how you been? What's going on? So I was able to finally tell him what was going on. And at this point, I was stuck in bed, not being able to do anything. I was finally able to muster up the energy to send him a text. Hey, I'm really sick. Kind of scared actually, because I'd never been this sick before in my life. So he had said, well, let me come help you out. Let me come take care of you. Let me adjust you. Let me check you. And so, at the time, I didn't really know what chiropractic was, right? So I didn't realize that, for me, back then, chiropractic was just, hey, if you have a headache or backache, you go see the chiropractor. So, a friend of mine came over, and, I was able to get checked, right? And sure enough, needed an adjustment severely. And so got that first really, that first amazing adjustment, which that night, kid you not, fever broke and the tides had turned, right? I started getting better. So fast forward, that happened. I became a patient of his, got into regular care, and this really just impressed me. It inspired me because, this the doctor friend of mine, he has an amazing, thriving practice. Just seeing, hundreds, thousands of people, coming through his doors, getting healthy naturally. And this is all happening again, in my frame of mind. I just knew health as, if you're not feeling bad, you're healthy. And if you've got something going on, you take a pill, right? And so here I saw people getting healthy, getting health restored, through chiropractic. So again, I was, into the health and the fitness and the lifting and the working out, getting into CrossFit and things like that. And so I was kind of always intrigued by health and fitness. I figured, what, can I do this? Is this something that I can do? Can I become a chiropractor? I thought it was a crazy thought in my mind because in school I had never, in prior school I thought, there's no way I could be a doctor, right? So I asked a friend of mine, that doctor friend of mine, hey, can you see me doing this? And he said, well, if you work hard and if you just put the work in, you really truly believe in yourself and you can get the work done, absolutely you can. As long as you're doing this for, your people, doing it for the community, help them get better, that's what it's all about. So I made the decision to pack my things up, burn the ships, burn the plows, and made the move down here to Davenport, Iowa to pursue my doctorate in chiropractic. So now, fast forward, So I graduated in 2013. So I've been in practice now over 10 plus years, and got to see some pretty amazing things. You know, in this office now, this is my newest location. We started over in the Duck Creek Shopping Plaza by Home Depot. We were there for 6 years, and then we were blessed to have the opportunity to move into this building, and it's been great. And you know, things have changed over the years, right? So we're seeing, you know, lots of families and people getting better through chiropractic, and you know, things have been moving really well. And then back, you know, just a couple of years ago in 2022, another thing happened with my health. You know, what started off as what felt like a stomach bug that, you know, I'd had before, so I didn't think much of it. This is right around New Year's Eve time, 2021 going to 2022. Just didn't go away, right? A couple days or so of the stomach bug, it wasn't getting any better. And then next thing you know, right, I'm looking deathly ill. My wife, you know, Tiffany, she's like, you know, you probably should go get this checked out. You don't look well. And I just told her, you know, I'll be fine. How many people have said that before, right? I'll be fine. It'll go away. I think I'm getting better. And sure enough, it didn't. It wasn't until maybe 3 or 4 days into that at home, just trying to get healthy. So I'm missing work at this point. And, you know, and I've able to come here to the office, and we had just moved into this new space as well. And, you know, all of a sudden out of nowhere, I just get dropped to the ground. You know, it felt like somebody had taken a fistful of barbed wire, shoved it into my gut, and just started turning it around. The first time in my life, I did not have a true understanding of what 10 out of 10 pain is. So it was at that point, my wife, you know, rushes me to the ER. I burst into the ER, definitely made a scene because I was in the worst pain in my life. And at that point, they finally got me triaged in, and once they were able to finally get me to calm down, you know, and have a conversation with the doctors and the nurses and everybody there, they were able to determine that, you know, hey, let's get you into MRI, CT, all that, see what's going on. After all the tests came back, they found that I had complicated diverticulitis, and that kind of just threw me for a loop, right? Like, how did I not see this coming? You know, I'm a doctor. I should know this kind of stuff. I should know the telltale signs. Well, you know, hey, we're all human, right? We make mistakes. So the doctors say, you know, it's complicated, meaning that it's advanced, right? So diverticulitis is when you have these infections in your colon that grow and grow and grow, and you know, it's just nasty. I don't wish this on anybody. If anybody's ever had that, you know what I'm talking about. So they say, hey, you know what, we're going to go ahead and try and take care of you, get some antibiotics in you, and get this thing to heal because it's really advanced, and we don't have to do a surgery. I'm like, heck no, no surgeries, right? So we're in the hospital, and they start the treatments, and things are looking good, right? Had been, you know, several days since I actually had a bowel movement, and had my first bowel movement, so that was awesome. That was great. We're all celebrating that. So again, think things are going well, right? And maybe a day or two in at the hospital, all of a sudden I felt what was like a tearing sensation, tearing pain, like a piece of duct tape just getting ripped right off your skin. Felt that sensation, and then all of a sudden the pain came. The pain came again, and here's what really kind of scared me: is that the fire alarms off. Was that, well, I was on all kinds of, you know, painkillers, and that was coming through the pain. So I was like, nope, that's not good. I really need to do something here. So I'm hitting the call button for the nurses. They all come rushing in. I explain to them what happened. Hey, felt this tearing sensation. I got this pain going on, and what do we need to do? So they bring, you know, the surgeons, the doctors in, and say, we're going to rush you for emergency CT. They go and do that. I come back with the news, and the surgeon and his staff come in and say, you know, Mr. Gutschman, you know, sorry to say, but, you know, your colon at this point went from being complicated diverticulitis, now you've got a perforated colon. You are seeping out into your body cavity. We need to have emergency surgery. So up until this point in my life, you know, I've never had a single surgery nor a broken bone. The worst thing was maybe a sprained ankle and that flu I had, right? So here we are now in the hospital being told by the doctors I need to have an emergency surgery to save my life. And I kind of look back and then I kind of laugh because I feel like they're trying to convince me to have this surgery. I'm like, no, docs, just do what you got to do. So, the doctors were great at Genesis East over there. Dr. Robert Harson, thank you so much for what you did and your expertise in taking care of me. So we have the surgery, come out of it, and they say, we're going to try and do this thing laparoscopically, go with the robots and get you all stitched up, and you'll be good to go. Hopefully we won't have to do anything drastic or traumatic to save you. So I'm like, yeah, ultimately just do what you got to do, right? So come out of the surgery, and when I come to, I wake up and I look down, and first thing I notice is a huge Band-Aid, right? That thing is there. I'm thinking, oh boy, I think they had to go in. Sure enough, they did. And then I look, just kind of look around, do some more assessment, right? Damage assessment. And I notice that, man, here it is. I've got a colostomy bag. So, yeah, let all that kind of just sink in, right? So here we are, 20, or how old I am, 40 years old, 41 years old at the time, and thought I was in relatively good health. I'd been to the CrossFit Games twice, done all kinds of crazy fitness and exercise things to perforated colon, ostomy bag, right? They had to, rework the duct work in a sense there for a little bit. Meeting with the surgeons afterwards, they said, hey, yep, we had to do this to save your life. I was like, good, you had to do what you had to do. I have 2 little kids at home. I want to make sure I'm there for them and my family. They mean the absolute world to me. And you're going to heal, though. Like I say, this is only going to be temporary. The goal here is that you heal up within 6 months and we can reverse the surgery. So I had that to look forward to. So that was the first hurdle, right? And then the second hurdle was not, a couple of days later, I get pneumonia and COVID at the same time. That was unexpected, right? None of this was expected, but that was another little wrench in there. So I'm literally hacking up just nasty, nasty stuff that, when I look back on, I should have been more alarmed than what I was, but you can't let fear grip you in those moments. So did what I had to need to do. Thankfully, again, our bodies, our bodies that we all have that we're blessed with are a testament to the way they were created and where our bodies are meant and created to heal. So got over the pneumonia, COVID. Fast forward 6 months, meet with my surgeons, throughout that time, body's healed up. They gave me the green light to go ahead and have the reversal done. Praise the Lord. So get the reversal done. And so now, again, praise God, no more ostomy bag, all healed up. And, here we are. So, how is this story, an origin story back? How does this kind of lead to what we're doing here and now in the office? Well, during this time when I was healing, when I was out of the office, when I was basically on my deathbed, you have a lot of time to sit, think, and reflect as to what you're doing in your life. What kind of impact are you making? What is the call on your life? I was called to being a chiropractor. I was called to this profession because I truly wanted to help people. I believe our bodies are meant to heal. God doesn't create junk, right? And we need to honor our bodies and do things that actually put health and healing into the body. So I took all that, right? While I was, healing myself, and I was thinking to myself, what do I need to be doing to get as healthy as possible so this doesn't happen again and doesn't happen to anybody else? So I started doing all kinds of research, right? Getting into what can we do to reduce inflammation in the body? What can we do to help accelerate healing, repair, and regeneration? Well, that led to me getting certified, in hyperbarics, for example, through the International Board of Undersea Medicine. I'm a functional medicine hyperbaric clinician, so I dug into the research of healing with hyperbarics and utilizing oxygen because, oxygen to the body, right? You need it. You can't go but minutes without it. And all the research out there shows how it helps speed up healing. There's over 150 approved indications that hyperbarics is beneficial for. So got certified in that. Got 2 of those chambers here in the office now. Whole body red light therapy. And at the time, I was one of the first offices in Iowa here to have a SoftWave device. SoftWave is patented for peripheral nerve elongation. It creates regeneration, healing in the body, and sure enough, there are gut healing protocols with this. So I went the extra mile to really take all these tools that I had at my disposal and curate a healing protocol. We call it our Renew Healing Framework here in the office. And what's so great about it is that not only is it beneficial, was it beneficial for me in the office, but we've helped out hundreds of people in our office with this framework get freedom and healing from their chronic health diseases, from things like neuropathy, from discopathy, spinal like disc herniations, low back pain, right, joint issues, just to name a few, from chronic inflammatory issues. We're able to do some amazing things. And again, I believe, this calling in my life to become a chiropractor, to have the opportunity to help people in such a different way, didn't happen on accident. So, here I am 10 years later with my office and an amazing staff, because I'm not doing this by myself here, guys. We got an amazing team behind us who've been able to really serve our community in a way that helps people not only make them feel better, sure, but give them hope, bring them that healing that they know that they are able to do because their bodies were created and designed to do such a thing. So, it's really about me being able to fulfill the calling I have in my life that God put on me to, and in doing so, be able to help families, husbands, fathers, mothers, sons, daughters, brothers, just live the life that they were called to live and be able to have the impact that they can have on their communities. So I just wanted to say, from me as, a guy that, from Freeport, Illinois, from a family who, just another younger brother, and a family who was came from Turkey with nothing really going on, to here I am now sitting as your doctor and as your champion to help you, as your like cheerleader to help you achieve your goals. Like, I just want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to work with you. If I haven't yet, if there's something that you've got going on, I'd love to be able to see what we can do to possibly help you out, and just allow you to live the life that you've worked so hard to earn, because we all deserve that, right? Again, God doesn't make junk. We're here to serve a purpose, to help others out and be a blessing to others. So, that's a little bit of my story, and it's an absolute pleasure and blessing to be able to be here in the Quad Cities and helping out this great community, and just want us to be able to help each other out. So, you guys take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you around.